Welcome back, everybody. Rockin' Minutes with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910. We're hanging out Casino, Arizona. Doubleheader tonight in the NFL. It is the Monday night tailgate party at the CAZ Sports Bar and Sports Book. We're going to give away cash. You might as well come out and have a great time. And that brings us then to a guy who has never turned down cash in his entire life. ABC Channel 15 Sports Director. It is indeed Craig Fouhy. Fouhy, how are you, pal? How we doing, Coach?
What is up, guys? That reminds me of a story when I was coaching at the University of Montana. I asked our offensive coordinator if I could borrow $10. And he looked me in the eye. I said, no. I said, Joe, come on, $10. He goes, no. He goes, I'll loan you. He said, I'll loan you 100, but I'm not loaning you 10. He goes, I'll forget about 10.
Were you sleeping in a back alley cot near the equipment in those days as well, too, Coach?
Heck yeah, man. You live wherever you could on those wages.
Hey, before we get going, I was watching the your post-game show on Saturday night. I thought you were going to have to get in between Colin and Mark May going at it there with their discrepancy. Colin throwing one of those superfluous takes out there, and your boy May, I don't know if he's going to leave the set or what on Saturday night.
Hey, those guys get fired up now. I'm telling you what, that is a lot of fun on Saturday night. The good news is we all get along all day long and after the show, so that's the good news.
That's the best part right there. That's kind of like Manuch and I. We only get along on the show, and then we just dislike each other for the next 17 hours.
You know, it's like that locker room. Hey, Craig, it's like that locker room. You just got to get during game time.
Yep.
You cooperate.
That's it.
When we're off the air, I get him in a headlock, give him a little noogies. That's all.
All right. Factor Fouhy, Coach. Here we go. Cardinals 28-16 over the boys was the best bounce-back game ever at State Farm Stadium after last week's embarrassing loss to the Giants. Fact or Fouhy?
Fouhy on that. Listen, they gave up the loss last week, obviously at home. But I'm just thrilled the fact that they got a win over a sleeping Cowboys team, right? That came into town and wasn't concerned about the Cardinals. So in terms of bounce back games, I don't know if I guess you could say that, right? Because they got embarrassed in the second half last week against the Giants. But for them to come out and play the way they did, it just shows that plan continues to work, right? Just come out and get better every day. It sounds like Kenny Dillingham here. I'm sounding like Dillingham. Gannon's saying the same thing. It's the process, right? It's not necessarily wins and losses. It's the process you have to go through. It's the journey, right? And that's kind of what they're doing. So I'm pleased for them. I'm excited that they came out and played hard for 60 minutes.
And I will say this too, Coach. Yeah, they had a chance to win those first two games, but my thought process was as bad of an embarrassing loss because they came back was as good as a surprising win. That's where I put that out there as far as, actually on State Farm.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, listen, I'm with you on all that stuff. I have a tough one with the best and all this stuff because my memory just isn't that good anymore. So I'm in that age group now where it's like I can hardly remember last week. So it's a tough question.
Hey, trust me, I pass out the Prevagen around here with Rock and Jimmy. So if you're in the neighborhood, I'll pass out. Question number 2, little Factor Fouhy, ABC Sports Director Craig Fouhy, joining us on the right to the guest line. Joshua Dobbs' recent QB play will create some pause for concern as to how soon the Cardinals bring back Kyler Murray. Fact or Fouhy?
Fouhy on that. I don't think that's going to have any impact on Kyler Murray's return and what they're going to bring Kyler back as soon as they feel he's ready to go play. And I don't know that Josh Dobbs. I mean, listen, we've seen 3 sample sizes of Josh Dobbs, right? A game on the road against the Commanders, 2 at home, the Giants and the Cowboys. Josh Dobbs has been in the league. That's a small sample size. Josh Dobbs had 2 starts prior to his coming to the Cardinals, and that was with the Titans last year. They lost both of those games. He wasn't particularly impressive. He's been in the league 6 seasons, 7 teams. I just don't think we need to put the cart before the horse here quite yet, right? I think we just cool our jets. Let's see how Josh Dobbs plays things out here.
All right, Cardinals OC Drew Petzing finally has found the proper use of Rondell Moore out of the backfield and committing to get the ball downfield to target Hollywood Brown. Fact or Fouhy?
Oh boy, let's jump on that bandwagon. Yeah, how about that, huh? Listen, Drew
Finally,
Petzing is the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? I mean, Petzing is doing it all right, and he's got everybody in position to do the right things. And so, absolutely, for a guy that's a first-year offensive coordinator to come in and do what he's done now so far. James Conner carried the ball 14 times for 98 yards. Rondell Moore 3 times for 54 yards, and of course that 45-yard touchdown included there. Michael Wilson has been a bright spot on offense, right? 2 catches, 86 yards. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, 5 catches, 61 yards, a touchdown. So, yeah, I like the fact that what they're doing. But listen, if you go back now to those first 2 games, there was times that this looked a lot like the Cliff Kingsbury offense. So
right. Yep.
I'm not ready to put the cart before the horse, because we saw one size yesterday against the Cowboys team that obviously spent for Saturday night out in Scottsdale partying.
All right, Coach. Question number 4. ASU head coach Kenny Dillingham and his staff had one of the best coaching nights in modern ASU football era against a 35-point favorite in USC. Fact or Fouhy?
There you go, against one of those recent history. My memory's not good.
Okay, fair enough.
I remember a team that beat a top-ranked Oregon team here a few years ago at home, right?
Yeah.
In a great football game on Saturday night, and that one still rings in my head because that was a darn good football game when nobody expected to beat the Ducks, and they came back and beat them. But having said that, I thought they did a great job. Undermanned, outmanned, and again, we talk about the Cowboys rolling into town and rolling off the bus expecting to win. I think USC did the same thing. They were coming off a bye week, the number 5 ranked team in the country, play the low Arizona State Sun Devils, who got shut out by Fresno State, and I think the Trojans were not on their A game Saturday night. That said, give all the credit to Cam Scadaboo, because Scadaboo did everything for them. Rushed for 111 yards and a touchdown. Was 2 for 3 passing. He punted. He ran a fake punt. He caught 4 passes for 79 yards and a touchdown. Scadaboo is like this kid out of Sacramento State, right? Who people were like, is he going to make the jump from FCS to FBS? And he has. I mean, he's a tough nut. And I'll tell you what, that guy did everything for Kenny Dillingham Saturday night.
I got to tell you what, Coach, I thought if Pine doesn't underthrow that, I don't know if it's a go route or fade route, and they get the pick.
Yes.
If he throws that deep, nobody catches it. I mean, that's a good thing. You move on. But I can tell you what, I'm not going to say one throw away, but they were that close to tying that game up, I thought, in the fourth quarter.
But you know how those go, though. The better team always, the more
Sure.
physical, bigger, better team always wins out in the second half, right? That's just kind of the way you wear down. If you looked at Drew Pine at all in the fourth quarter, he looked like, Coach, take me out. Please.
Yeah, he was
I've
tired.
been beat up enough.
Yeah.
I don't think he had any oomph left in him, Manuch, to throw a deep ball. I mean, he was just getting beat up. He got sacked so many times. I mean, it was an ugly night in terms of his. I'm sure he was sore, probably in the ice tub all day yesterday. It was a rough one for him.
Coach, did you count 45 administrators from the Arizona Cardinals at Sun Devil Stadium watching Caleb Williams? I stopped at 45. How many did you count?
There's only one that matters.
That's right. Yep. You're right about
There's
that.
only one that matters, but they were definitely on the USC sideline. And who knows how that all plays out, because the Texans got to win. Now the Cardinals got to win. They're screwing this thing up the way only can. Just keep losing and get that number 1 overall pick, and hopefully the number 2 as well. And then you can decide what to do. And then Caleb can decide if he wants to come to the Cardinals or go somewhere else.
All right, we're doing Factor Fouhy with Craig Fouhy, Channel 15 Sports Director. Diamondbacks question. They got beat today by the Yankees, 6-4. Half game in front in the wild card. Are they playing their best baseball at the right time of the year, and will they secure that wild card spot? Factor Fouhy.
That was a lot of questions.
That was a question with a fact. I write them as factuals, and Jimmy just takes. See, that's the time. That's why I get him in a headlock, give him noogies sometimes.
That's why I do what I want to do.
Read the damn question, so it's a fact. You confused Fouhy.
No,
Jimmy.
I did. He's a smart man.
The answer is fact.
Yeah. Okay.
See?
Listen.
There you
try to play in New York, where it's rainy and nasty. It was 57 degrees or something back there, and just nasty weather for the last, all weekend. They got rained out on Saturday, got postponed to today. yesterday was just that they slogged through that one. I think my pitch last night was neither rain nor snow nor sleet or hail will stop the D-backs from playing a game in New York. I mean, it's just ugly weather, and they got a win back there, which is good news. Kevin Ginkel got beat up a little bit in the latter innings today, the late innings, but other than that, they're fine. They're in good shape. They will make the playoffs.
All right, I got one more for you before we let you
Is
run.
this a question or a fact?
It's a combination. And this is trending now on Twitter worldwide.
2 minutes.
Taylor Swift in attendance at the Kansas City Chiefs game with Travis Kelce. On Twitter, it says that they have already broken up, and she is on her way to Arizona to hang out with Fouhy. Is that a fact or Fouhy?
Well, he's married, so I doubt it's probably a Fouhy, Jimmy.
You know what? Over the years and all the traveling I've done with sports and being in different arenas and stuff, the TV station always calls me and says, hey, can you do this particular celebrity watch? Can you tell me if this person's at the game? Can you do a highlight on this person, this celebrity? We were so sick of the Taylor Swift stuff yesterday. It was like, and I just said this, didn't it seem like overacting by Taylor Swift to be so buddy-buddy with Kelsey, Mama Kelsey and all the friends in the suite? I mean, just like it was like she's a performer, right?
Yep.
And it just looked like she knew the cameras were on her and she was going to perform to her utmost ability in front of those cameras. So that was my thing. It was like, really, this is what we're doing? We're suddenly the best. I mean, we're like in love and we're getting engaged soon, and I'm just buddy-buddy with Mama, and all the friends. It just seemed over the top to me.
Besides the Taylor Swift minute you have tonight, what else you tonight, Coach?
we got 2 Monday Night Football games, and one of them is on ABC exclusively. Eagles at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got a show coming out at 8:00 tonight. I got Mark May in, Colin Harmon's in, so we got some stuff. We're going to talk some Cardinals, some ASU, some D-backs. We got it all covered.
You're going to have to break out the good old in the ring segment with those two guys. We do
that. We do that Sunday night. You missed it last night.
I missed it last night. I saw Saturday. Yeah, Sunday I got home a little late and was preoccupied watching the replay of the Arizona Cardinals going, what is going on here? So, Coach, we appreciate it. Always great to catch up with you. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Thanks for clarifying that Taylor Swift question, too. We appreciate you, pal.
Well, if you would know he's married, Jimmy, you probably wouldn't ask that question.
It was still a question. So, hey, we're hanging out here at the CAZ Sports Bar and Sportsbook at Casino, Arizona. Coach already referenced this. There are 2 games tonight. So you want to roll in here and have a lot of fun. It is the Monday night tailgate. Manuch and Jax are going to be here, and they are going to give away free money. That's right. You can win some cash, and it's all